following him home to bed. He ran this way and left this orchard wall. Call good Mercutio. 2. Romeo, humor, madman, passion, lover. Appear thou in the likeness of one side. Speak but one rhyme, and I'm satisfied. Cry but I me, pronounce love and dove. Speak to my gossip Venus one fair word, one nickname for her purblind son and heir. Her young Abraham Cupid, he that shot so trim. When King Cupid of love the beggar's maid, he heard not, he stirred not, he moved not. The ape is dead and I must conjure him. I conjured these by Rosalind's bright eyes, her high forehead, her scarlet lip, her 5 foot straight leg and quivering thigh. And thy demands that there adjacent lie, that in the likeness thou appear to us. Thee thou wilt anger him. This cannot anger him. 'Twould anger him to raise the spirit of a mistress circle. My innovation is fair and honest. In his mistress' name, I conjure only but to raise him up. Come, he hath hid himself among these trees, to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark. If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Romeo, good night. All to my truckle bed. This bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go? Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here. That means not to be found.
He, just as scars that never felt a wound, but soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is his sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is sick and pale with grief. That thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all thy heaven twinkle in their spheres till day return. For if her eyes were there, they in her head, the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that there were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay, me.
Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious this night being over my head as is a winged messenger of heaven. Onto the white, upturned, wondering eyes of mortals, thou fall back to gaze on him.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
But 'tis thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself though not a Montague. What's Montague? Is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. So Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but I love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I will never be Romeo.
Man art thou that thus bescreened at night so stumblest on my counsel?
I know not by a name how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written it, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt therefore? Thy kinsmen are not to stop me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am but proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
Look to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life better ended by thee hate, than death prolonged, wanting of love.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
My love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as fit that vast shore, washed with the farthest sea, I should venture for such merchandise.
Thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain I would dwell in form, fain deny. But farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. In true, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more coin to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardest ere I was ware, my true love passion, therefore pardon me.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tipped with silver all these fruit trees' tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, that is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe in thee.
If my heart's dear love?
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauty's flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vows for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Madame.
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay for a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night, I'm afeard. Being in night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Three words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to thee. Where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madame.
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madame.
By and by I come, to cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes towards love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo, Romeo. Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, I may not speak aloud.
It is my soul that calls upon my name.
Romeo!
My Nias?
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I loved thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird that lets it hop a little from his hand, and with a long silken thread plucks it back again.
Wish I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep, dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep in peace, so sweet and rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell, his help to crave in my dear path to tell.
Oh, Romeo.
Gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light, and fleckled like a drunken reel from forth day's path and Titan's fiery wheels. The day to cheer and night's dank to dry, I must upfill this willow basket of ours with baleful weeds and fresh-reduced flowers, many for many virtues excellent, none but for some, and yet all different, for not so vile on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor aught so good but strain from the fair up, revolts from the true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometimes action dignified.
Good morrow, Father.
Yet blessing on you, young son, and argues in his tempered head, so soon to the good morrow to thy bed. Therefore thy earliest doth be assured that there uprouse the sun distemperature. Or if not so, I put it right, Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last is true. The sweeter rest is mine.
Good pardon, sin, wast thou with Rosalind?
With Rosalind? No.
No.
I have forgotten that name. The name says,
Whoa! That, my good son, but where hast thou been?
I've been feasting with mine enemy. When on a sudden one hath wounded me, that's by me wounded, both are remedies. Within thy help and holy psychic lie, I bear no hatred. Blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely to thy drift. Gridly